This little thing. I will tell you this: the first time we got into it, the cold plunge hits different. I was like, "Oh, this is spicy. This is spicy compared to sitting in ice."
It is it's like wind chill. It's like going to Chicago and someone telling you the temp there compared to like Denver.
Yeah.
And you get that moving water. There's no place to hide in that. It's like an assault bike compared to a Peloton bike. You are fully immersed. There's no thermal barrier that's coming around you.
Yep.
Something we hear a lot. We hear a lot about that.
So what I really wanted to hear from your point of view, and I have my own thoughts, which I won't dive into, but man, what's your experience? There's a ton of benefits, and we can get to those, but specifically, what is your experience and what are your thoughts with this assisting with people dealing with anxiety and depression?
I put that as the top benefit that sits here with the cold plunge. And I wouldn't have said that when we launched the company.
Nor would I have, but I agree with you.
It has been the most consistent, and the highest, most what we hear is that.
Yeah.
And it's the most consistent of the individual. People have different things. Some people have nervous system regulation. Some people have sleep issues. Some people have immunity system. And that, the plunge is going to get into that. And however, we all have the human condition of anxiety. We all suffer, mood dynamics matter for all of us. Whether we're talking on one side of the spectrum of like real depression to, me in the morning, I'm tired. My bodies can be sluggish and I need that jolt. So it varies in that realm, but like the anxiety, mental health side is like truly remarkable what we hear. And it is foolproof that you are going to get that every single time. And there's something really going on there. And I think, Dr. Andrew Huberman talks about it so eloquently, but it's like, at the end of the day, you are getting a rush of dopamine, and there's different levels of how we can receive dopamine. We are dopamine addicts in this world today.
Yeah.
Like we can chase dopamine on our Instagram. We can chase dopamine and we can get it in an immediate cycle, whether through a drug, whether through food, whether through media, entertainment. It's there. We get hits of it all the time. The cool thing about cold plunging is it has a dopamine type hit of similar to cocaine. I mean, we're talking 250, 300%. But here's the difference. You don't get the swing effect.
Yeah.
There is a trade-off of taking in dopamine at certain costs of drug, kind of empty entertainment, that you get the hit, slight hits, but there's a trade-off. You're going to swing low, and you kind of yo-yo between it. Where cold plunging, you get this immediate hit, but it doesn't drain you like these other forms of dopamine inputs can take, which I think is really powerful. And you show it over consistent time, and they've shown this, is you could actually raise your baseline dopamine levels. Well, what is dopamine? Dopamine is the precursor to focus, motivation, like these terms that we talk about, like I feel more capable. I feel more like I want to go after something. We use these, you hear it all the time in cold plunging. That's how we talk about it. But what's happening is your body's getting dopamine, and that's a signal. That is truly what's happening with the body. So from the mental health side, like that is consistent. That is every single time. If you get in a cold plunge and your breath gets taken away and you ride through that moment and can calm that heart rate and get to a signal, whether it's 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever that is for your body, you are getting that increase in dopamine and energy levels that are more substantial than a great cup of coffee, but without the lag that's going to come after. Right. We're talking a sustained couple hours. And so, we have success stories, and this isn't for everyone, and we're like, everyone's on their own journey, but we have people that truly cycle off anxiety medication.
Right.
And this becomes, that's just not one. That is a constant.
Yeah.
That is a constant story. And again, I don't like to say this is what will happen, but a cold plunge becomes the dose. And days that are even more intense, okay, I did 2 cold plunges.
Right.
And so we're seeing that across the board where people are utilizing actually as a tool and a medicine for their body.